Hi everyone, my name's Hayden Dewar and I painted the mural at Sunbury Library titled Reading is Magic. Happy to be able to answer a few questions about the mural. A number of indoor murals in the past, but my work does predominantly feature on exterior walls as part of public art projects. And I've probably gravitated towards that more than doing indoor projects, really enjoy the engagement the public has with the work. But that's probably why this particular project is the best of both worlds. I get to paint indoors in a library where different people get to see it, especially kids. So it's been really great in that regard, being able to share my work with that audience. Well, it's a bit of a long journey for this one. I had a concept for a previous project which didn't go ahead, and I'd been looking for an opportunity to do this library or reading themed concept in some way or another. So when this opportunity came about, it was a perfect one to basically take this older concept and revise it so that it was a good fit for this space. Mainly just the surprise with this because I've depicted a number of actual books, so that that's other people's work and their intellectual property. So yeah, that was a new thing for me in sort of working out how to go about that. And I was really fortunate in that all of the authors and publishers were more than happy for us to be able to use all of those book titles. So that was a good learning experience, and also I was really pleased that everyone was so happy to share their work for this project. I probably didn't read a huge amount of books per se, but I was a huge, from sort of middle primary school years, a huge comic book fan, and that's informed a lot of my artwork sort of style and a lot of the way I learnt to draw, and some of the themes in my work and sort of the narrative kind of style of my work. So I was an avid sort of comic book collector for a long time, and that was a lot of my reading content. And sort of as an offshoot of that, or precursor to that, reading the Asterix and Tintin books. But that was really formative for me, that taking things from those books, both in terms of the themes and the stories, but and also the illustration styles, that there's sort of so much to learn from there. I've always been sort of imagery driven, so there are probably ones, in fact I remember the appeal of them being the drawing style or the particular imagery. One of them is a book, I must have been quite young when either my mum or dad read it to me. It was called Are You My Mother? And I really remember loving the drawing style in that. Just these sort of beautiful sort of pencil lined illustrations, even at a young age, that I remember really appealing to me, the way it was drawn. And another one is the classic Where the Wild Things Are. I remember sort of also loving the drawings, but also kind of as a young boy, the idea of the sort of wild, fantastical creatures. So those are two that stuck out. There would have been many others. I also remember the Dr. Seuss books, for the sort of outlandish kind of crazy themes and stories, and also again the quirky kind of drawing style. So yeah, those are some I remember. sure her exact favourite, but we definitely read to her all the time, and she really loves that nighttime activity. Proud to say she seems to have a good sense of humour, because I know that one that always gets a laugh from her, and I think might be close to her favourite, is John Classen's "I Want My Hat Back," I think it's called. It's a really funny, it's very, very humorous, and both kids and parents can enjoy reading it. It's got a really good sense of humour to it, and really lovely illustration style. And in fact, I think we've read a number of his books to my daughter Sage, and she likes all of his books. There's another one called The Rock from the Sky, which is also really, really great, really funny. So those are two of her favourites, and then just sort of anything with fairies in it, she tends to love as well. So. I'm a big believer in public art transforming and activating spaces, making places feel loved and cared for, and creating community engagement. I think particularly here in the library, with the themes and imagery in this work for young kids, I think it's something that's really going to potentially brighten up their day, and tells a bit of a story for them to stop and look at, and maybe recognise a few things in the piece. So it's that little moment, I guess, for each person. They might only engage with it for a couple of minutes, but if everyone sort of gets that little kick out of it, I think it collectively makes it a really big difference. A lot better than a blank wall, I think.